Welcome to the video lecturer on the subject cryptography topic OSI security architecture. Now let us have a look on computer security. So before going to the topic, we should know what is security. Security means safety as well as the measure taken to be safe or protected. In general, computer security is of two types. Number one will be network security and another one will be internet security. First, we will see what is network security. So, network security is any activity designed to protect the usability and integrity of your network and data. Now, here the network security measures to protect data during the transmission. Now, we will see the next concept of internet security. So, internet security measures to protect data during the transmission over a collection of interconnected network. So, internet security is defined as a process to create rules and actions to protect against attack over the internet. As an example of internet security is an online system that prevents credit card number from being stolen on a shopping website. Now, let us have a look on OSI security architecture. Here, so OSI stands for Open System Interconnect. Then, the OSI is generally focused on mainly security attack, security services and security mechanism. We will see one by one. Here we will discuss about the concept of security attack and security services, and third one will be security mechanism. Now we will discuss about the security attack. Any action that compromises the security of information owned by an organization, that is, attack takes place over the data that is transmitted from sender to receiver. Next, we will see about the security services. A service that enhances the security of the data processing system and the information transfers at an organization. The services are intended to counter security attacks and they make use of one or more security mechanism to provide the service. That means the services provided by protecting the security attack. Next, we will see about the security mechanism. A mechanism that is designed to detect, prevent or recover from a security attack. That means mechanism is used to prevent or detect or recover if an attack occurs. Let us have a look on network security attack. In network security, or we can call it as information security, attack is gaining an access of data by unauthorized person. Here the word gaining means access the data or modify the data or destroy the data. So this unauthorized user may access the data or modify the data or destroy the data. Here there are two types of attack. One is passive attack, another one is active attack. Now coming to the point of passive attack. Passive attack means the data will not be modified. Just the data will be accessed by the third person or third party. The third party may be a person or may be a software or may be a computer system. The third person means unauthorized person. So here no modification will be done. And coming to this active attack, the name itself indicates active. Here the data will be modified by unauthorized users. So here modification will be done. Now we will see the different type of security attack. First we will see what is interruption. So interruption means interrupting the communication. That means sender sends the data and receiver receives the data. Here the unauthorized person may destroy the communication. That means communication will not take place. This can be done by the unauthorized person. So the destroying of the communication line will be called as interruption. So after that no communication will take place. So this is a type of passive attack. That means no modification will be done. So this is called as passive type attack. Now we will discuss the second network security attack. The name is interception. An unauthorized party gains access to an asset. This is an attack on confidentiality. Unauthorized party could be a person or a program or a computer. For example, wiretapping to capture data in the network. Here, the communication will take place. There is no disturbance in the communication. Here, the third party may access the data that is sent from sender to the receiver. Here, the third party, that is unauthorized person, may able to access the data only. Here also there is no modification will be done. So this type of attack is an attack and confidentiality type attack. The third type of attack we can call it as modification attack. Here an unauthorized party not only gains access to but tampers with an asset. This is an attack on integrity. Example, changing values in data file. That is, the unauthorized person can able to modify the data that is transmitted from sender to receiver. So in this type of attack, the unauthorized person not only accessing the data but also the unauthorized person can able to modify the data. So in that situation the receiver receives the false data. Now we will see the fourth type of attacks, that is fabrication attack. An unauthorized party inserts counterfeit objects into the system. This is an attack on authenticity. Example, insertion of false message in a network. So in this type of attack, the sender may not send the message or data to the receiver, but on the other hand, receiver receives the message from the unauthorized person. That means the communication will not take place between user and the user A and user B, that is sender to receiver. The unauthorized person can able to create a message or data and send it to the receiver. So receiver receives the message from the unauthorized person. This type of attack we can call it as fabrication attack. Here let us have a look on security services. That means what are the services provided by our network security. So here the question is, while sending the data to the receiver, how secure the data will be sent to the receiver. Here A will be the sender and B will be the receiver. That means A sends the message and B receives the message. So A, that is sender, have to send message to the receiver. So we have to provide security to the data over the network. Then while transmitting the data from sender to receiver, here there are different services. Among that, first one will be confidentiality. Now we will discuss the concept of confidentiality. Providing security for the data which is transmitted from sender to receiver. So sender will send message to the receiver. In that situation, our duty is to provide the security for the data which is sent by the sender. So providing security to the data sent through the network is called as confidentiality. Next we will see about the authentication. So this is also a type of security services. Here the authentication means verifying the receiver or verifying a sender. That means we have to verify the identity of a person who is sending the message or who is receiving the message. So we have to check their identity, whether the message is received by the correct person or whether the message has been sent by the correct person. That means verifying the user identity. It is called as authentication. The third service provided by our network security is integrity. If the receiver receives the correct message, then integrity will be maintained. That means there should be no modification done during the transmission from sender to the receiver. So that service we can call it as integrity. That means no modification should be done during the transmission. That is, after sending the message and before receiving the message, there should not be any modification. So, in the integrity services, the receiver receives the correct message or data or information. Then, the fourth service provided by our network security is non-repudiation. Here, non-repudiation means preventing from the denial of service attack. As we discussed in the previous session, without the intervention of user, the server will terminate all its services. That means the server will stop its services to all the user. This process we call it as non-repudiation. So, preventing from denial of service attack, the fifth service provided by our network security is access control. Here, the access will be given to only the authorized person. So, you have to prevent unauthorized access of resource. That means the resource can only be used by the authorized persons. The sixth service provided by our network security is availability. Here, availability requires that computer system access be available to authorized persons when needed. That means whenever the authorized persons need the resources, that will be provided to the authorized users. Here we will see the another concept of OSI security architecture, that is security mechanism. Security mechanism are technical tools and techniques that are used to provide security services. So, to provide security, we need tool. That tool is called as security mechanism. So, security mechanism have different types. So, first here we will see the first security mechanism, that is encipherment. It is the process of translating plain text into ciphertext. It is nothing but hiding the actual message as in different form. This is called as encipherment. The use of mathematical algorithms to transform data into a form that is not readily intelligible. In cryptographic technique is used for enciphering. So, enciphering have two distinct mechanisms. First one will be symmetric key enciphering. The other one will be asymmetric key enciphering. Next, we will see another type of security mechanism, that is digital signature. Signature is having very important. In document wise, if the document is signed, the document is having more value. I hope you all will know the importance of signature. When you sending a message through computer. In that also digital signature can be included. So digital signature will undergo some mathematical function and it will give the hash value. It is a mathematical scheme for demonstrating the authenticity of a digital message or document. For example, A sends message to B, that is Alice is A, that is Alice is the sender, Bob is a receiver. For example, Alice sends message as HELLO, then the receiver Bob will receive the message as hello by Alice. In this, the message contains the name of the sender. For example, by sending mail also, we can see this. You will get a message by the person sent. This is called as digital signature. Then we will see the another type of security mechanism, that is access control. It uses methods to prove that a user has access rights to the data or resource owned by a system. For example, passwords and pins are of access control security mechanism. Thank you for listening this video. Thank you.